Have you ever wondered how someone actually climbed the ladder in the ancient world's most terrifyingly effective fighting force? Well, this isn't just a history lesson. Think of it as a career guide. We're going to start you at the very, very bottom and see how a total nobody could just maybe become the most powerful person on the planet. Right, this is where your story starts. You've just signed on the dotted line. Your Centurion? He doesn't know your name. The guy marching next to you doesn't care what your name is. This isn't about glory. Not yet, anyway. This is just the cold, hard, anonymous reality of your first day in a Roman legion. So, let's start on the ground. This first chunk of your career, it's all about one thing: survival. It's about enduring the daily grind, and if you're smart, finding that first tiny little taste of responsibility in a massive machine that's designed to make you forget you're even an individual. As a basic legionary, level 1, you're a cog. That's it. Your life is just this brutal, endless routine of marching through mud, then marching some more. The recruiter, yeah, he promised you steady pay, a plot of land, but he kind of left out the part about the soul-crushing exhaustion that is now your entire world. You just move. You don't even think anymore. You're just waiting for that one moment that changes everything, your first real battle. And think about this commitment for a second. You sign up. Maybe you're 17, 18 years old. And if you make it, you're in for 25 years, a quarter of a century. That's your life. And every single day of those 25 years, you are hauling 60 pounds of gear. That's your armor, your tools, your shield, your food, your entire life, literally strapped to your back, all while marching 20 miles every single day. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, it never stops. And this relentless grind, it's not just to make you tough. It's the very engine that powers the Roman Empire, turning soft kids into hardened killers who go out and conquer the world. But hey, you don't have to stay a nobody forever. You can find a way up. Maybe you've got a skill, you could become a specialist, a surgeon, an engineer, something that gets you out of the worst of the grunt work. Or maybe you earn just a little bit of trust and you become a watch commander, the guy who knows the secret password for the night. And if you're really good, you take another step up, squad leader. Now you're in charge of the 8 men you share a tent with. You keep them alive and you make sure they do their jobs. Okay, this is how you start building a real career. We're climbing into what's called the Centurionate. Now, we're not talking about politics or having a famous dad. This is the professional officer corps, the hardened, experienced veterans who are the literal spine of the entire legion. Your first real taste of this life is as the deputy. Your job? You stand at the back of the formation. You're the enforcer. When the line starts to get shaky and guys are thinking about running, you're the first thing they see. You manage the 80 men of your century, and you wait. You wait for the centurion in front of you to get promoted, to retire, or to get killed. And then it's your turn. Now this thing, the vitis, this vine staff, isn't just a symbol. It's a tool. It's the physical embodiment of a centurion's authority. And believe me, they used it. A good centurion might break several of these a year over the backs and helmets of his own soldiers, all to maintain that iron discipline. So from here, there are basically 2 key paths. You could become a standard bearer. Now, this is a position of incredible trust. You carry the Legion symbol, sure, but you're also the banker. You manage every single soldier's pay. Or you get the job everyone wants. You become a centurion. You lead 80 men from the very front. You're the first one over the wall. You know, Rome had its gods and its senators, but everyone knew Rome was built by its centurions. And this is the peak, the primus pilis, the first spear. You are the senior-most centurion in the entire legion. You didn't get here because you were smart or connected. You got here because you survived everything. You advise the legion's top commanders, and you better believe they listen. And after 1 year in this job, you're set for life. You join the next social class up with land and a status your parents couldn't have even dreamed of. All right, now we have to shift gears completely. We are leaving the world of the career soldier behind and stepping into the world of Roman politics. This is where the men who have bled for decades meet the young nobles who are born to rule them. And it gets messy. So you've got this fundamental clash, right? On one side, you have the camp prefect. This is a guy with 30 years of experience who clawed his way up from the absolute bottom. He's third in command and he knows how everything actually works. But he can never, ever command a legion himself. Then on the other side, you have the senior tribune, a young noble from a senator's family. He's second in command and he's just here to learn the ropes before he inevitably gets his own legion. It's pure experience versus pure birthright, and they have to work together every single day. And this quote, this perfectly captures what it's like to be a junior tribune, just one step below that senior noble. You're probably, 23 years old? You're here doing your mandatory military service. And the veterans, they know you've never seen a real fight. They salute you to your face and laugh behind your back. You hate it. But you know this is just a box you have to check before your real career in politics can begin. And now, we make the final ascent. We're moving beyond commanding a single legion. We're talking about positions that decide the fate of entire provinces, and, ultimately, the empire itself. So now you're a legion commander, the legatus. The emperor himself put your name on that scroll. You have absolute power over 5,000 men, but the pressure is just unbelievable. Every victory is yours to claim, but every defeat, that stains your family name forever. The Senate is watching you. Your ambitious young deputy wants your job. And your centurions, they're watching you too, deciding if you're really worth dying for. From there, if you're successful, you might become a provincial governor. Now, you don't just command soldiers, you rule an entire province, maybe with multiple legions and 1 million civilians. You are the judge, you are the general, you are the law. 1,000 miles from the capital, you are Rome. But here's the thing, that much power makes the emperor very, very nervous. A successful governor with loyal troops is a huge threat. And finally, you've reached it, the absolute top. You're the emperor. You command it all. Over 100,000 professional soldiers across the entire known world have sworn a personal oath of loyalty to you. You are, without question, the most powerful man alive. And you probably didn't inherit this job, you took it, most likely in a brutal civil war. But that absolute power, it brings an absolute soul-crushing paranoia. Every meal could be your last, so you have a food taster. Every general who wins too many battles is a rival you have to watch. The very legions that put you on that throne could be bought by someone else tomorrow. Your biggest fear isn't the barbarians on the frontier. It's the senators and bodyguards you walk past in the palace every single day. Which brings us to the ultimate paradox of this whole climb, doesn't it? You've reached the absolute pinnacle. Your command is unquestioned. But you are utterly, completely, terrifyingly alone. So who's left to trust? Maybe late at night, you look over at a marble bust of Caesar in the corner, the guy who started all this. And you remember him. He wasn't killed by some foreign enemy in a glorious battle. He was stabbed to death 23 times by the senators he had dinner with, by men he called his friends. And maybe that's the final brutal lesson of the Roman ladder of power. The higher you climb, the sharper the knives at your back become.